गणेशाय विद्महे वक्रतुण्डाय धीमहि तन्नो दन्ती प्रचोदयात्। ॐ पृथिवी त्वया धृता लोका देवी त्वं विष्णुना धृता त्वं च धाराय मां देवीं पवित्रं कुरु चासनं। वाङ्मि गुरुभ्यो नमः, दक्षिणे गणेशाय नमः, ऊर्ध्वा ब्राह्मणे नमः। Put your flowers in front of you. ॐ गं गणपतये नमः। Wash your hands. ॐ हस्तप्रक्षालनं समर्पयामि श्री गोविन्दाय। हस्तप्रक्षालनं समर्पयामि नमः। Take some water to sip. ॐ माधवा पवित्र पवित्रोर्वा सर्वस्तांगतोऽपि वा यस्मरे पुण्डरीकाक्षो सब्राहाद्यन्तरशुचिः। Take some water in your left hand now. We do Anganyas. Om Vangmyasi astu Nasur me pranavastu Akshur me chakshurastu Karno me shrotamastu Bahur me balamastu Urvo me ojvastu Omaristyani me angani tanastanava me sahasantu. Om Napavitra Pavitturma Sarvastangatopi va Yasmaret Pundarikaksha Sabhyahyavyantaraha Suchihi. Shikanda Chandanam Divyam Kandyadyam Smanoharam Vilepanam Surashreshtaha Chandanam Prativeta Chandanam Dharasa Nityapushta Kadisham Sarvabhutanam Tamupakweshyam. Om Shikanda Chandanam Divyam Gandhyadyam Smanoharam Vilepanam Surashreshtaha Chandanam Prativeta. Deva Sapaitrika Sanidram Kurme. Om Shri Chandanam Samarpayami Namaha Gum. Om Yena Baddho Bridaja Danavindro Mahadam Devatam Patipadam Rakshe Machalam Machalam Rakshasitam Raksham Samarpayami Namaha Gum. Navadistantavriuktam Trigunam Devatamayam Upavitam Chotaryam Grahana Parameshwar. Om Rakshasutam Rakshadharayami Namaha Gum. Yena Baddho Baliraja Danavindro Mahabalam Tena Tvam Patipadnami Rakche Machalam Rakshasutam Raksham Chatubhyam Samarpayami Namaha Gum. Navabhistantaviryuktam Trigunam Devatamayam Upavitam Chotaryam Grahana Parameshwara. Rakshasutam Raksham Samarpayami Namaha Gum. Do Sankalp? Okay. Sankalp is the vow that we take to focus our mind on this puja here. When we do Sankalp, it is in essence to call the date, the time, wherever we are, to tell Bhagwan at this particular moment we're going to focus our mind on you. Om Hari Om Tat Satom Vishnu 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 Nama Paramatmane Shri Purana Purushottamaya Shri Parameshwara Gyaya Adya Brahmane Dute Parade Shri Shvet Varaha Kalpe Deva Swatmanavantare Ashta Vinishate Tame Kalyuge Kalpatam Charne Jambudipe नोत्तमककन्दे कन्नडादेशे दाम्तिनगरे भवानी शङ्करमन्दिरे आर्यावृतां तर्गितां विक्रमशके बौद्धावतारे वर्तमाने यथानां संवत्सरे श्रीशुभसंवत् 2000 अतः स्तर्षि माघ मासे शुक्लपक्षे श्रीबुद्धवासरे पूर्णिमातिथि मघ नक्षत्र शोभयोग भवकरन् सिंहराशि रवि उत्तरायणे एवं गुणा विशिष्टिनां विशिष्टायां शुभपुण्यदिने सकलश्रुतिस्मृतिपौराणोक्तः फलप्राप्तकामम् अमुक्नां यजमानस्य call your right names in your mind अमुक्नां यजमानस्य सपरिवारनामस्य अमुक वर्माहं शर्माहं सुपुत्रपानस्य श्रीगणपति भगवान् पूजं कलशवरुण भगवान् पूजं श्रीनवग्रह देवता आवाहनं पूजनं श्री विष्णु भगवान् पूजं श्री सत्यनारायण भगवान् पूजं पूर्वकं नैरुज्य दीर्घायु पुष्टिधन्य धान्य स्मृद्यार्थं नवग्रहमकेन यचे इति संकल्पम्. Take some rice in your hands now. We chant Swasti Vachan. Swasti means auspiciousness, Vachan means words. Can you pass them down? These are good words of auspiciousness to bring energies, good energies into the puja before we begin today. Om Swasti na Indro Vridashravaha Swasti na Pusha Vishwavedaha Swasti na Starksho Arishtanemihi Swasti no Brahaspatir Dadatu Om Paya Pritavyam Paya Oshadisho Payo Divyantarikshe Payo Udaha Payaswati Pradisha Santu Mahyam Om Vishnu Raratamasi Vishnu Snaptreshto Vishnu Syorasi Vishnudra Ovasi Vaishnamavasi Vishnavetava Om Agnira Devata Vatu Devata Suryo Devata Chandrama Devata Vasavo Devata Rudra Devata Aditya Devata Marto Devata Vishwe Devata Brahaspatir Devata Indro Devata Varno Devata Om Dyauha Shantirantarikshvam Shanti Prithvi Shanti Rapa Shanti Oshadaya Shanti Vanaspataya Shanti Vishwadeva Shanti Brahma Shanti Sarvagam Shanti Shanti Reva Shanti Sama Shanti Redhi Sushantir Bhavatum Om Shri Sushantir Bhavatum Iti Swasti Vachanam. Sprinkle on the baby now. Om Gam Ganapate Namaha. Om Gam Ganapate Namaha. Om Gam Ganapate Namaha. Pass some flowers down. We do Ganesh Ji Prarthana. Ganesh Ji is the remover of all obstacles. We pray to Ganesh Ji to fill our mind with intellect, to remove any impurities, anything that can block our path in this life. We ask Ganesh Ji Bhagwan's blessings. Om Vakratunda Mahakaya Suryakoti Samaprava Nirvignam Kurume Deva Sarvakarishu Sarvada Om Gajananam Bhutaganadi Sevitam Kapitta Jambu Palacharu Vakshanam Umasutam Shoka Vinashakarakam Namami Vigneshwara Pada Pankajam Om Ekdantai Vidmahe Vakratundai Dhimahi Tanno Danti Prachodayat. Bol Shri Ganapati Bhagwan Ki Jai. Offer your flowers. Om Gam Ganapate Namah Avahayami Namaha Gum. Om Gam Ganapate Namah Asanam Samarpayami Namaha Gum. Wash your feet. Om Gam Ganapate Namah Padayo Padayami Namaha Gum. Om Gam Ganapate Namah Hastayo Hastayami Namaha Gum. Om Gam Ganapate Namah Mukha Achmanyam Samarpayami Namaha Gum. Om Gam Ganapate Namah दिव्यस्नानं समर्पयामि नमः गुं पया पृथिव्यं पयोषधीषु पयो दिव्यन्तरिक्षे पयोदाः पयस्वती प्रदिशा सन्तु मह्यम् ॐ गं गणपते नमः पयस्नानं समर्पयामि नमः गुं ॐ गङ्गे यमुने चैव गोदावरी सरस्वती नर्मदा सिन्धु कावेरी जलेऽस्मिन् सन्निधिं कुरु ॐ गं गणपतये नमः प्रणम्य शिरसा देवं गौरीपुत्रं विनायकं भक्तावासं स्मरे नित्यम् आयुः कामार्थसिद्धे प्रथमं वक्रतुण्डं च एकदन्तं द्वितीयकं तृतीयं कृष्णपिङ्गाक्षं गजवक्त्रं चतुर्थकं लम्बोदरं पञ्चमं च षष्ठं विकटमेव च सप्तमं विघ्नराजेन्द्रं धूम्रवर्णं तथाष्टमं नवमं बालचन्द्रं च दशमं तु विनायकम् एकादशं तु गणपतिं द्वादशं तु गजाननं द्वादशानि नामानि प्रसन्धिं यापते नर न च विघ्नभयं तस्य सर्वसिद्धिं किलं प्रभो विद्यार्थी लभते विद्रां धनार्थी लभते धनं पुत्रार्थी लभते पुत्रां मोक्षार्थी लभते गतिम् ॐ गं गणपतये नमः ॐ गं गणपतये नमः ॐ गं गणपते नमः भद्रं कर्णेभिः शृणुयाम देवाः भद्रं पश्येमाक्षभिर्यजत्राः स्थिरैरङ्गैस्तुष्टवागुं स्वस्ति नोभिः दशेम देवहितं यदायु स्वस्ति न इन्द्रो वृदश्रवाः स्वस्ति न पूषा विश्ववेदाः स्वस्ति नस्तार्क्ष्यो अरिष्टनेमिः स्वस्ति नो बृहस्पतिर्ददातु ॐ शान्तिः 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 हरिः ॐ गं गणपतये नमः ॐ नमस्ते गणपते त्वमेव प्रत्यक्षं तत्त्वमसि त्वमेव केवलं कर्तासि त्वमेव केवलं धर्तासि त्वमेव केवलं हर्तासि त्वमेव सर्वं कल्विरं ब्रह्मासि त्वं साक्षादात्मासि नित्यं कृतं वच्मि सत्यं वच्मि अवतमाम् अववक्तारम् अवश्रोतारम् अवधातारम् अवधातारम् अवानुचानमवशिष्यम् अवपश्चातात् अवपुरस्तात् अवचोत्तरातात् अवदक्षिणातात् अवचोर्ध्वातात् अवाधरातात् सर्वतो मां पाहि पाहि समन्तात् त्वं वाङ्मयस्त्वं चिन्मयः त्वम् आनन्दमयस्त्वं ब्रह्ममयः त्वं सच्चिदानन्दः त्वं ज्ञानमयो विज्ञानमयोऽसि सर्वं जगृदं तत्तो जायते सर्वं जगृदं ततस्तिष्ठति सर्वं जगृदं त्वयलयमेषति सर्वं जगृदं त्वयि प्रतीति त्वं भूमिरापो निलो निलो नभः त्वं चत्वारि वाक्पदानि त्वं गुणत्रयातीतः त्वं देहत्रयातीतः त्वं कालत्रयातीतः त्वं मूलाधारि सुतोऽसि नित्यं त्वं शक्तित्रयात्मिकात् त्वं योगिनो ध्यायन्ति नित्यं त्वं ब्रह्मस्त्वं विष्णुस्त्वं रुद्रस्त्वम् इन्द्रस्त्वम् अग्निस्त्वं वायुस्त्वं सूर्यस्त्वं चन्द्रमास्त्वं ब्रह्मा भूर्भुवस्वरो गणादिं पूर्वमुच्चार्य वर्णादिं तदनन्तरम् अनुस्वारपरतरः अर्धेन दुलसितं तारेण रुद्रम् एतत् मनुष्यरूपं ककारः पूर्वरूपम् अकारो मध्यमरूपम् अनुस्वारशान्तिरूपं बिन्दुरतररूपं नादः सन्दानां संहिता सन्धिः श्रीशैषा गणेशविद्या कनकऋषिः निचिद्गायत्रीचन्द्रः श्रीमहागणपतिर्देवता ॐ गं गणपतये नमः एकदन्ताय विद्महे वक्रतुण्डाय धीमहि तन्नो दन्ती प्रचोदयात् एकदन्तं चतुर्हस्तं पाशमं कुशधारणम् अभयं वरदं हस्ते बिभ्राणामुषकध्वजं रक्तं लम्भोर्णं शूर्पकर्णकं रक्तावाससं रक्तगन्धानुलिप्ताङ्गं रक्तपुष्पे सुपूजितं भक्तानुकम्पिनं देवं जगत्कारणमच्युतम् आविर्भूतं च शिष्यारो प्रकृते पुरुषात् परम् एवं ध्यायति यो नित्यं स योगी योगिनां वरः नमो व्रातपते नमः प्रमथपते नमस्ते स्थलम्बोधराय एकदन्ताय विघ्नविनाशिने शिवसुताय श्रीवरदमूर्तये नमः। ॐ गं गणपतये नमः। मुदाकरात् मोदकं सदा विमुक्तसाधकं कलाधरावतंसकं विलासिलोकरञ्जकम् अनायकेकनायकं विनाशितेव दैत्यकं नताशुभाशुनाशकं नमामि तं विनायकं नताशुभाशुनाशकं नमामि तं विनायकम्। ॐ गं गणपतये नमः। विघ्नेश्वराय वरदाय सुरप्रियाय लम्बोदराय सकलाय जगत्पिताय नागाननाय स्तुतियज्ञविभूषिताय गौरीसुताय गणनाथ नमो नमस्ते। बोलो श्री गणपति भगवान की जय। ॐ गं गणपते नमः। षोडशोपचार पूजं समर्पयामि नमः। गं कृष्णानंद कलशना। ॐ कलशस्य मुखे विष्णु कंते रुद्र समासुता मूले तस्यास्ति ब्रह्मा मध्ये मातृकनस्पत कुक्षौ सागर सर्वे सप्तद्वीपवसुन्धर ऋग्वेदो तैजुर्वेदो सामवेदो इतरः अंगेष्टसहिता सर्वे कलशं तु समाश्रिताः। ॐ मानुस्तु केतनये मानो आयुषो मानो घोषो मानो अश्विशीरीशाः मानो वीरान् रुद्रभामिनो हविष्मन्त्वा सत्त्वामित्वा हवामहे इति मन्त्रेण कलशे गोमे स्पर्शं कुर्यात्। ॐ धान्यमसि दिनु हि देवान् प्राणायत्वा ज्ञानायत्वा धानायत्वा दीर्घामनुप्रसिद्धिमायुषधां दिभुवा सविता हिरण्यपाणि प्रतिगृह्णात्पच्छिद्रेण पाणिना चक्षुषे त्वमहेना पयोसि इति मन्त्रेण धान्यराशि कृत्वा उमाजिग्रह कलशं मह्या त्वादिशन्दया पुनर्जानि वर्तस्सानो सहस्रं दुक्षोरुदार पयसति पुनर्माविशताद्रियः इति मन्त्रेण कलशे गोमे स्पर्शं कुर्यात्। ॐ वर्णोऽस्योतं भर्मसि वर्णस्य स्कम्भसर्जनेस्तु वर्णस्य ऋतसदन्यसि वर्णस्य ऋतसदन्मासिरिम् इति मन्त्रेण कलशं वादित्यात् वर्णं वादित्यात्। ॐ भक्त्या दीपं प्रयच्छामि देवालयपर्यन्तप राहि मां निर्याद्भूर्यात्। दीपज्योतिर्नमोऽस्तु ते दीपज्योतिर्परब्रह्म दीपज्योतिर्जनार्दन दीपो मे हरतो पापं दीपज्योतिर्नमोऽस्तु ते। ॐ वं वरणाय नमः। दीपं समर्पयामि नमः। ॐ वं वरणाय नमः। शर्कराकन्दकाद्यानि दरिक्षरागितानि च आहारं भक्ष्यभोजनं च नैवेद्यं प्रतिगृहीतां प्राणाय स्वाहा पानाय स्वाहा ज्ञानाय स्वाहा उदानाय स्वाहा समानाय स्वाहा नैवेदयामि नमः। ॐ पुङ्गिफलं महादिव्यं नागबलिदलेरितम् एलादिचूर्णसंयुक्तं ताम्बूलं प्रतिगृहीतां हिरण्यगर्भा समवर्तताग्रे भूतस्य जाता पतिरेकासि सदाधारप्रतिविन्द्यां ते मां तस्मै देवाय हविषा विधेमम्। सर्वतीर्थास्मायकं सुगन्धिं निर्मलं जलम् आचमता दत्तं गृहाण परमेश्वरः। ॐ वं वरुणाय नमः। ॐ वं वरुणाय नमः। ॐ वं वरुणाय नमः। ॐ यानि कानि च पापानि जन्मन्तरे कृतानि च तानि सर्वाणि नश्यन्तु प्रदक्षिणा परे परे। कर्णीगर्भादिसम्भूतं कर्पूरा च प्रदीपितम् आरातिथ्यमहं कुर्वे पश्य मे वरदो भवम्। ॐ वं वरुणाय नमः। बोलो श्री वरुण भगवान की Jai. We want to take some flowers now? We do our prarthana to the Navgraha Devata. The Navgraha Devata, as you know, are the 9 planets. And when these planets move in our atmosphere, they generate energies for us. These energies can be good and they can be not so good as well. So we ask that if there are good energies in the atmosphere for you, that they be amplified. And if there are any negative, then we ask that they be reduced through your prayers. Om Namoste Surya Somaya Chandraya Mangalaya Cha Buddhascha Guru Shukraya Shani Rahu Ketave Namaha. Shri Navgraha Devata Surya Chandrama Mangala Buddh Guru Shukra Shani Rahu Ketave Namaha. Bol Shri Navgraha Devata Ki Jai. Offer you the flowers. Om Adityaya Vidmahe Divakaraaya Dhimahi Tanno Surya Prachodayat. Bol Shri Surya Bhagwan Ki Jai. Move our prarthana to Vishnu Bhagwan. What's that? No. You have one? If you have to offer, then you can. Om Shri Navgraha Devataye Namaha. Om Sharkara Kandakadyani Darikshirayatani Cha Aharam Bhaksha Bhojan Cha Naivedyam Pratigrihita. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya Namaha. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya Namaha. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya Namaha. Take some flowers. Bhagavan Vishnu, as you know, is one of our Trinity. He is considered the sustainer. The reason he is called the sustainer in our lives is because yada yada hi dharmasya, whenever there is unrighteousness in our life, he takes a form to get rid of all the negative that is on the earth. We ask Bhagavan Vishnu, as the sustainer of the universe, to bless us with any qualities that he feels can keep our shanta, our shanti. As you know, he is Shantakaram. And so let us offer our prarthana to him for these beautiful qualities that he possesses. Om Shantakaram Bhujagashainam Padmanabham Suresham Vishwadharam Gagana Sadrisham Megavaranam Shubhangam Lakshmi Kantam Kamalanainam Yogi Bhirdhyanagamyam Vande Vishnu Bhavabhayharam Sarvaloke Kanatam. Om Narayanaya Vidmahe Vasudevaya Dhimahi Tanno Vishnu Prachodayat. Bol Shri Vishnu Bhagwan Ki Jai. Offer your flowers. Om Shri Vishnave Namah Avahayami Namaha Gum Shri Vishnave Namah Asanam Samarpayami Namaha Gum. Wash his feet. Om Shri Vishnave Namah Padayo Padayami Namaha Gum. His hands. Om Shri Vishnave Namah Hastayo Hastayami Namaha Gum. Some water to drink. Om Shri Vishnave Namah Mukha Achmanyam Samarpayami. Mukha Achmanyam Samarpayami Namaha Gum. Om Shri Vishnave Namah Divyasnanam Samarpayami Namaha Gum. Om. This one here. Om Paya Prithvyam Payo Shivisho Payo Divyantarikshe Payo Daha पयस्वती प्रदिशः सन्तु मह्यम्। ॐ श्री विष्णवे नमः। पयस्नानं समर्पयामि नमः। ॐ श्री विष्णवे नमः। पयस्नानं समर्पयामि नमः। गङ्गे यमुने चैव गोदावरी सरस्वती नर्मदा सिन्धु कावेरी जलेऽस्मिन् सन्निधिं कुरु। ॐ श्री महाविष्णवे नमः। स्नानं समर्पयामि नमः। ॐ श्री महाविष्णवे नमः। स्नानं समर्पयामि नमः। ॐ श्री महाविष्णवे नमः। ॐ नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय नमः। ॐ नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय नमः। ॐ नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय नमो नमः। रम्यं सुशोभनं दिव्यं सर्वसौख्याकरं शुभम् आसनं च मया दत्तं ग्रहाणा परमेश्वर। ॐ श्री विष्णवे नमः। आसनं समर्पयामि नमः। येन बद्धो बलिराजा दानवेन्द्रो महाबलं तेन त्वां प्रतिपद्नामि रक्षेमाचलमाचलम्। ॐ श्री महाविष्णवे नमः। ॐ श्री कन्नचन्द्रं दिव्यं गन्ध्याद्यं सुमनोहरं गले परं सुराश्रेष्ठः चन्दनं प्रतिगृहीतम्। ॐ श्री महाविष्णवे नमः। चन्दनं समर्पयामि नमः। ॐ सिन्दूरं शोभनं रक्तं सौभाग्यं प्रियवर्धनं कामदामोक्षदं चैव सिन्दूरं प्रतिगृहीतम्। ॐ श्री महाविष्णवे नमः। सिन्दूरं समर्पयामि नमः। ॐ मल्यादिनी सुगन्धीनि मालित्यादिनि वै प्रभो मया ऋतानि पूजार्थं पुष्पाणि प्रतिगृहीताम्। ॐ श्री महाविष्णवे नमः। पुष्पं समर्पयामि नमः। ॐ वनस्पतिरसोद्भूतो गन्ध्याद्यो गन्धोत्तम आग्र्या सर्वदेवानां रूपोऽयं प्रतिगृहीताम्। ॐ श्री महाविष्णवे नमः। ॐ श्री महाविष्णवे नमः। धूपं समर्पयामि नमः। साजं च वर्ति संयुक्तं वहिनायोजितं मया दीपं ग्रादेश त्रैलोक्यतिमिरापहम्। ॐ श्री महाविष्णवे नमः। दीपं दर्शयामि नमः। प्रसाद। ॐ ॐ सर्वभूषादिके शोभे लोकलज्जानिवार्दिने मयोपपादिते तुभ्यं वासासि प्रतिगृहीताम्। ॐ श्री महाविष्णवे नमः। ॐ श्री महाविष्णवे नमः। ॐ श्री महाविष्णवे नमः। वस्त्रं समर्पयामि नमः। ॐ शर्करा कन्दकाद्यानि तरीक्षरागितानि च आहारं नैवेद्यं प्रतिगृहीतम्। प्राणाय स्वाहा अपानाय स्वाहा व्यानाय स्वाहा उदानाय स्वाहा समानाय स्वाहा नैवेद्यो नैवेदयामि नमः। श्री महाविष्णवे नमः। नैवेद्यो नैवेदयामि नमः। ॐ श्री तुलसीं समर्पयामि नमः। ॐ सहस्रशीर्षा पुरुषः सहस्राक्षा सहस्रपात् स भूमिं विश्वतो वृत्वा अत्यतिष्ठा दशाङ्गुलं पुरुष एवेदगं सर्वं यद्भूतं यच्च भव्यं उतामृतत्वशेषानः हिरण्येनातिरोहति एतावानस्य महिमा अतो जायंश्च पुरुषः पादोस्य विश्वभूतानि कृपादस्यामृतं दिवि कृपाधुर्व उदैत्पुरुषः पादोसेह भवत्पुनः ततो विश्वं व्यक्रामत् शासनानशनेऽभि. Okay, if you have any dakshin to offer, yeah. Om Shri Mahavishnuve Namah Hiranyagarbhagarbhastam Hema Bijam Vibhavasa Ananta Punya Phalada Om Shri Mahavishnuve Namah Dakshinam Samarpayami Namaha Gum. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya Namaha. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya Namaha. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya Namo Namaha. Om Karli Garbhadi Sambhutam Karpurancha Pradipatam Aratikimaham Kurave Pashme Vardo Bhavam. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya Namo Namaha. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya Namo Namaha. Bolo Shri Vishnu Bhagwan ki Jai. Flowers for the evenings, Namavali? No, not Ashtalakshmi. Satyanarayan. You have red? Okay, we can use that. If you don't have red, can you provide for him? Om Shri Satyanarayane Namah. Sorry, don't write it. Om Shri Satyanarayane Namah. Om Shri Satyanarayane Namah. Yes. Yeah. We'll use that. So take this thari. We're gonna do, don't just put it down there, yeah? Put it in front of you. Just don't take a lot for now. Put the rest back. Just take a little bit. We're gonna do one prayer first for Satyanarayan Swami, and then we'll do the Ashtota Namavali, okay? Om Shri Satyanarayane Namaha. Shri Satyanarayane Namaha. Om Shri Satyanarayane Namaha. Dhyayet Satyam Gunatitam Gunatraye Samanvitam Lokanatam Trilokesham Kaustubhabharanam Harim Neelavarnam Pitavastram Shrivatsaparabhushitam Govindam Gokulanandam Brahmadhyerapi Pujayet. Om Shri Satyanarayane Namaha. Avahayami Namaha Gum. Om Shri Satyanarayane Namaha. Om Shri Satyanarayane Namaha. Now take your flowers. Om Shri Satyanarayane Namaha. We do the 108 names of Satyanarayan Bhagwan. They're somewhat easy to follow because they have the same syllables in the beginning and in the end. They all begin with Om Satya and they end with Namaha. Just the middle is different. So if you don't know all of them, I'm sure you haven't memorized it. I haven't either. That's okay. You can follow along by saying Om Satya Wait for the name to finish and say Namaha along with me. We're going to throw every time we say Namaha. Om Satyadevaya Namaha. Om Satyatmane Namaha. Om Satyabhutaya Namaha. Om Satyapurushaya Namaha. Om Satyanathaya Namaha. Om Satyasakshine Namaha. Om Satyogaya Namaha. Om Satyagyanaya Namaha. Om Satyagyanapriyaya Namaha. Om Satyanidhaye Namaha. Om Satyasambhavaya Namaha. Om Satyaprabhuve Namaha. Om Satyeshwaraya Namaha. Om Satyakarmane Namaha. Om Satyapavitraya Namaha. Om Satyamangalaya Namaha. Om Satyagarbhaya Namaha. Om Satyaprajapataye Namaha. Om Satyavikramaya Namaha. Om Satyasiddhaya Namaha. Om Satyachutaya Namaha. Om Satyaviraya Namaha. Om Satyabodhaya Namaha. Om Satyadharmaya Namaha. Om Satyagrajaya Namaha. Om Satyasantushtaya Namaha. Om Satyavarahaya Namaha. Om Satyaparayanaya Namaha. Om Satyapurnaya Namaha. Om Satyashadaya Namaha. Om Satyasakshvataya Namaha. Om Satyaprabhavardhanaya Namaha. Om Satyavibhave Namaha. Om Satyajeshthaya Namaha. Om Satyasresthaya Namaha. Om Satyavikarmane Namaha. Om Satyadhanvane Namaha. Om Satyameghaya Namaha. Om Satyadhishaya Namaha. Om Satyahitave Namaha. Om Satyakalaya Namaha. Om Satyavatsalaya Namaha. Om Satyavasave Namaha. Om Satyameghaya Namaha. Om Satyarudraya Namaha. Om Satyabrahmane Namaha. Om Satyamritaya Namaha. Om Satyavedangaya Namaha. Om Satyachaturatmane Namaha. Om Satyabhoktre Namaha. Om Satyashuche Namaha. Om Satyarjataya Namaha. Om Satyendrayaya Namaha. Om Satyasangaraya Namaha. Om Satyasvargaya Namaha. Om Satyaniyamaya Namaha. Om Satyamedhaya Namaha. Om Satyavedhyaya Namaha. Om Satyapiyushaya Namaha. Om Satyamayaya Namaha. Om Satyamohaya Namaha. Om Satyasuranandaya Namaha. Om Satyasagaraya Namaha. Om Satyatapase Namaha. Om Satyasinghaya Namaha. Om Satyamrigaya Namaha. Om Satyalokapalakaya Namaha. Om Satyastithaya Namaha. Om Satyadikpalakaya Namaha. Om Satyadhunanadharaya Namaha. Om Satyambhujaya Namaha. Om Satyavakyaya Namaha. Om Satyagurave Namaha. Om Satyanyayaya Namaha. Om Satyasakshine Namaha. Om Satyasamvritaya Namaha. Om Satyasampradaya Namaha. Om Satyavanhaye Namaha. Om Satyavayave Namaha. Om Satyashikharaya Namaha. Om Satyanandaya Namaha. Om Satyadhirajaya Namaha. Om Satyasripadaya Namaha. Om Satyaguhyaya नमः ॐ सत्योदराय नमः ॐ सत्यहृदयाय नमः ॐ सत्यकमलाय नमः ॐ सत्यनालाय नमः ॐ सत्यहस्ताय नमः ॐ सत्यबाहवे नमः ॐ सत्यमुखाय नमः ॐ सत्यजिह्वाय नमः ॐ सत्यधोष्टाय नमः ॐ सत्यनाशिकाय नमः ॐ सत्यश्रोत्राय नमः ॐ सत्यचक्षुषे नमः ॐ सत्यशिरसे नमः ॐ सत्यमुक्ताय नमः ॐ सत्याम्बराय नमः ॐ सत्याभरणाय नमः ॐ सत्यायुधाय नमः ॐ सत्यश्रीवल्लभाय नमः ॐ सत्यगुप्ताय नमः ॐ सत्यपुष्कराय नमः ॐ सत्यधृधाय ॐ सत्यधृधाय नमः ॐ सत्यभावन ॐ श्री सत्यभामावतारकाय नमः ॐ सत्यग्रहरूपिणे नमः ॐ सत्यप्रहरणायुधाय नमः ॐ श्री सत्यनारायणे नमः अष्टोत्तरशतनामावली सम्पूर्णम् ॐ श्री सत्यनारायणे नमः ॐ श्री सत्यनारायणे नमः ॐ श्री सत्यनारायणे नमः सहना भवतु सहनौ भुनक्तु सह वीर्यं करवावहै तेजस्विनावधीतमस्तु मा विद्विषावहै ॐ शान्तिः 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 हरिः ओम्। ओम श्री सत्यनारायण नमः। बोलो श्री सत्यनारायण भगवान की जय। We'll have a bhajan in the meanwhile. Om Shri Satyanarayane Namaha. Om Shri Satyanarayane Namaha. Om Shri Satyanarayane Namaha. Auntie, you gonna sing a bhajan after? Yeah. Om Shri Satyanarayane Namaha. Om Sahasrashirisham Devam Vishwaksham Vishwashambhuvam Vishwam Narayanam Devam Aksharam Paramam Param Vishwataha Paramanityam Vishwam Narayanam Harim Vishwamevedam Purushasya Vishwamupajivati Patim Vishwasyatmeshwaram Shashwatam Shivamachyutam Narayanam Mahageyam Vishwatmanaparayanam Narayana Paro Jyotir Atma Narayana Para Narayana Para Brahma Tattvam Narayana Para Narayana Paro Dhyata Dhyanam Narayana Para Yachakincha Jagat Sarva Drishyate Eshriyate Piva Antirbhishta Tat Sarva Vyapya Narayana Stata Anantamavyagam Kavim Samudrentam Vishvashambhuvam Padma Kosha Pratikasham Hridayam Chapi Gomukam Adho Nistaya Vitasyante Nadhyamupari Tishtati Jvala Mala Kulambhati Vishwasyayatanam Mahat Santata Shila Vistul Lambutya Kosha Sannibham Tasyante Sushiram Stukshmam Tasme in Sarva Pratishtatam तस्य मध्ये महानग्निर् विश्वाचिर्विश्वतो मुखः सोग्रभुग्विभजन्तिष्ठना आहारमजरकवि तीर्घोर्ध्वमदस्यायि रश्म्यस्तस्य सन्ततः सन्तापयति स्वं देहमापादतलमस्तकः तस्य मध्ये वनिष्यकः अनियोर्ध्वावस्थितः नीलतोय अमध्यस्थः विद्युलेखेवभास्वर नीवारशुक्रवतन्वी पीताभास्वतिनुपमा तस्य शिखाय मध्ये परमा आत्यावस्थितः स ब्रह्म स शिवः स हरिः सेन्द्रः सोक्षहरः परमः स्वरात् ऋतसत्यं परं ब्रह्म पुरुषं कृष्णपिङ्गलम् ऊर्ध्वे उद्वरितं विरूपाक्षवे नमो नमः। ॐ नारायणाय विद्महे वासुदेवाय धीमहि तन्नो विष्णु प्रचोदयात्।
नारायण करुणा में शरणं जय लक्ष्मी पति विष्णु शरणं नारायण करुणा में शरणं जय लक्ष्मी पति विष्णु शरणं विपत्ति हमारी तुमने तारी विपत्ति हमारी तुमने तारी विपत्ति हमारी तुमने तारी विपत्ति हमारी तुमने तारी शोक मिटाई भव बहारी शोक मिटाई भव बहारी परम पिता परमेश्वर शरणं 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 नारायण करुणा में शरणं जय लक्ष्मी पति विष्णु शरणं संपत्ति पाई सब मन चाहे 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 भक्त जनों की लाज बचाई भक्त जनों की लाज बचाई दीन बंधु जगदीश्वर शरणं 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 नारायण करुणा में शरणं जय लक्ष्मी पति विष्णु शरणं नारायण करुणा में शरणं जय लक्ष्मी पति विष्णु शरणं जय लक्ष्मी पति विष्णु शरणं जय लक्ष्मी पति विष्णु शरणं
जय नारायण स्वामी नारायण जय नारायण जय जय नारायण नारायण हरि हरि जय जय नारायण नारायण हरि हरि स्वामी नारायण नारायण हरि हरि स्वामी नारायण नारायण हरि हरि तेरी लीला सबसे न्यारी न्यारी हरि हरि शरण में कर निर्भय जग त्राता, कर निर्भय जग त्राता। तूने लाखों की नैया तारी तारी, हरि हरि जय जय नारायण नारायण हरि हरि, स्वामी नारायण नारायण हरि हरि। प्रभु के नाम का पारस को छू ले, वो हो जाए सोला, वो जो जाए सोला। दो अक्षर के शब्द हरि है, लेकिन बड़ा सलोना, लेकिन बड़ा सलोना। उसने संकट टाली बारी बारी, हरि हरि जय जय नारायण नारायण हरि हरि, स्वामी नारायण नारायण हरि हरि। तेरी लीला सबसे न्यारी न्यारी, हरि हरि तेरी महिमा, तेरी महिमा, तेरी महिमा प्रभु है प्यारी प्यारी, हरि हरि जय जय नारायण नारायण हरि हरि, स्वामी नारायण नारायण हरि हरि, जय जय नारायण नारायण हरि हरि, स्वामी नारायण नारायण हरि।
भजो मन हरि हरि ओम, सुमिरो मन नारायणा। 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 भज मन सूरज, भज मन चंदा, भज मन सूरज, भज मन चंदा। भज मन गौरी गणेश, सुमिरो मन नारायणा। भज मन गौरी गणेश, सुमिरो मन नारायणा। भज मन हरि हरि ओम, सुमिरो मन नारायणा। भज मन हरि हरि ओम, सुमिरो मन नारायणा। भज मन सीता, भज मन राम, भज मन सीता, भज मन राम। भज मन
सत्यनारायण स्वामी की जय। ओम वक्रतुंड महाकाय सूर्यकोटि समप्रभा निर्विघ्नं कुरु मे देव सर्वकार्येषु सर्वदा। ॐ श्रीरामाय विद्महे सीतावल्लभाय धीमहि तन्नो राम प्रचोदयात्। श्रीकृष्णाय विद्महे राधाप्रियाय धीमहि तन्नो कृष्ण प्रचोदयात्। ॐ अधरं मधुरं वदनं मधुरं नयनं मधुरं हसितं मधुरम् अधरं मधुरं वदनं मधुरं नयनं मधुरं हसितं मधुरं हृदयं मधुरं गमनं मधुरं मधुराधिपतेरखिलं मधुरं
मधुराधिपतेरखिलं मधुरं
वचनं मधुरं चरितं मधुरं वसनं मधुरं वलितं मधुरं चलितं मधुरं भ्रमितं मधुरं मधुराधिपतेरखिलं मधुरं
मधुराधिपतेरखिलं मधुरं
वेणुर्मधुरो रेणुर्मधुरा पानिर्मधुरा पादो मधुरो नृत्यं मधुरं सख्यं मधुरं मधुराधिपतेरखिलं मधुरं
मधुराधिपतेरखिलं मधुरं
गीतं मधुरं पीतं मधुरं भोक्तं मधुरं सूक्तं मधुरं रूपं मधुरं तिलकं मधुरं मधुराधिपतेरखिलं मधुरं
मधुराधिपतेरखिलं मधुरं
कर्णं मधुरं तरणं मधुरं अर्णं मधुरं रमणं मधुरं वमितं मधुरं शोभितं मधुरं मधुराधिपतेरखिलं मधुरं
मधुराधिपतेरखिलं मधुरं
कुञ्जा मधुरा माला मधुरा यमुना मधुरा वीची मधुरा सलिलं मधुरं कमलं मधुरं मधुराधिपतेरखिलं मधुरं
मधुराधिपतेरखिलं मधुरं
गोपी मधुरा लीला मधुरा योक्तं मधुरं मुक्तं मधुरं दृष्टं मधुरं शिष्टं मधुरं मधुराधिपतेरखिलं मधुरं
मधुराधिपतेरखिलं मधुरं
गोपा मधुरा गावो मधुरा यष्टिर्मधुरा सृष्टिर्मधुरा गलितं मधुरं फलितं मधुरं मधुराधिपतेरधिरं मधुरं मधुराधिपतेरखिलं मधुरम् अदरं मधुरं वदनं मधुरं नयनं मधुरं हसितं मधुरं हृदयं मधुरं गमनं मधुरं मधुराधिपतेरखिलं मधुरं मधुराधिपतेरखिलं मधुरं मधुराधिपतेरखिलं मधुरम् ॐ तत्पुरुषाय विद्महे महादेवाय धीमहि तन्नो रुद्र प्रचोदयात् ॐ वन्दे देवम् उमापतिं सुरगुरुं वन्दे जगत्कारणं वन्दे पन्नगभूषणं मृगधरं वन्दे पशूनां पतिं वन्दे सूर्यशशाङ्कवाहिनयनं वन्दे मुकुन्दप्रियं वन्दे भक्तजनाश्रयं च वरदं वन्दे शिवं शङ्करम् ॐ नमः शिवाय ॐ नमः शिवाय ॐ नमः शिवाय. And to Satyanarayana Swami, we offer our prarthana to him as well. Om Satyanarayanaaya Namaha. Om Satyanarayanaaya Namaha. Om Satyanarayanaaya Namaha. Satyanarayanam Devam Vandeham Kamadam Prabhum Leelaya Vitata Vishwa Yena Tasmai Namo Namaha. Dhyayet Sada Savitri Mandala Madhyavarti Narayanah Sarisajasani Sannivishtaha Keyurvan Kanakundalavan Kiriti Ari Hirannai Kritapurva Shankachakra. Om Shri Satyanarayane Namaha. Dhyanam Samarpayami Namaha. Om Shri Satyanarayane Namaha. Asanam Samarpayami Namaha. Om Shri Satyanarayane Namaha. Pujayami Namaha. Bolo Shri Satyanarayana Swami ki Jai. Sitaram Jai Mata Di everyone. To those online, thank you again for joining with us in our Purnima Puja and our Purnima Katha. Satyanarayana Puja is never complete without Katha, without the Katha being sung. And if I may say this as well, that the Katha might be even more important than the Puja itself. Because the puja itself that you're doing helps you develop this relationship with God, helps you to connect. But it is very, very difficult to do that without understanding the form of Bhagavan Sri Satyanarayana. It is difficult to connect something when you do not know what it is. Can you imagine, or I'm sure you've faced this, trying to plug a plug into the wall, into the outlet, when you cannot see where it is? It is very, very difficult. The reason that we have Katha, the reason that we have these stories and these, if I must say, itihasa, this history of Satyanarayana Katha, is because it allows us to understand His form, to understand His greatness, to understand why we worship Him, why we do puja, why are we connecting to Him in the first place. And hence, anytime we do Satyanarayana Puja, the puja is not complete. The worship The yajna is not complete without Bhagwan Shri Satya Narayana Katha being done. And Satya Narayana Swami has his own Katha. He is not listed in the Ramcharitmanas. He is not listed in the Bhagavad Gita. Rather, he is only here in the Satya Narayana Vrat Katha. He has his own book that has been passed down for generations and generations. We hear of the Satya Narayana Katha only because of our ancestors providing us with that knowledge. Today I can open up a book and say that this is the Satya Narayana Katha. But previously, for my ancestors, for those before us, they did not have this. They did not have the Satya Narayana Katha itself. How did they discuss? They have done it over their memory alone. They have used and discussed Satya Narayana Katha, all the glories, through their memory alone. And how did they memorize the Satya Narayana Katha? By discussing and singing with one another. By performing Purnima Puja every single month. You and I, we try to do as much as we can. We offer our prarthana. We listen to the kathas of Bhagwan from many different pandits. But I'm sure we have not memorized it. Our ancestors before us were very great. And to pay tribute to that, to the work that they have done in upholding Satya Sanatana Dharma, we offer our humblest attempt at singing the same words that have come out of their mouth. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya Namaha. Now join with me as we now all sing the glories of Satya Narayana Katha. Om Narayana 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 Satya Narayana 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 Narayana
Narayana Narayana Satya
Ekada Naimisharanya Rishya Shonakadaya Prachur Muniya Sarve Sutam Pauramikam Kulu Narayana 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 Satya Narayana 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 Satya O Vratena Tapasaki Va Vaprache Vanchitam Palam Tatsarvam Sotumichama Katasva Mahamuni Narayana 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 Satya Narayana Narayana Narayana
Narayana Satya Narayana
O Naraneva Samprishto Bhagavan Kamalapati Surashreyate Vahat Tachat Surva Samahita Narayana 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 Satya Narayana Narayana, 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 Satya Narayana, 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 Narayana, Satya Narayana, Narayana, Satya Narayana. Ekada naimisharanye Rishya Shonakadaya Praprachur Muniya Sarve Suktam Pauranikam Khalu. I'm sure some of us at least who have listened to the Katha over and over again have memorized these verses, these beginning verses of the Satyanarayan Katha. And not only are we singing the verses that our ancestors have sung, those right before us, but these verses have stemmed from the rishis and the munis that we do not know of, that we do not know how we are connected to. Those rishis and munis who partook in the actual Satyanarayana Puja as it was given to us here on earth. What do these verses say? Ekada naimisharanya. One day in the Naimisharanya forest, at the banks of this forest, Sutji Maharaj and thousands of other munis have gathered. And they begin to discuss the greatness of Satyanarayana Puja and Satyanarayana Swami. So that we can say that maybe this at least is the first record of Satyanarayana Vrat Katha being done. This is where our Katha originates from, where all the stories were being told. This is the first time that it was recorded being performed. But we know that it has been done before that even. The verse says, Ekada narado yogi parunugra kankshaya pariyatan vividan lokan martyalokam upagataha. Narayana Swami, Narado, we all know the Muni, Narad. Of course, he was great. In the shows that we watch, he is charming. He sings Narayan and Narayan wherever he goes. And in the same way, he was doing the exact same thing. Narayana, Narayana. And he was traveling through all of the worlds. And he comes up upon earth. And he sees that the people of earth were suffering. He sees that the people of earth were not all on an equal field. And he says to himself that this is the way of life. This is the way of life, that some of us will be ahead of others. But he looks around this very earth and he does not see a way to elevate the people who truly want to get out of miseries. He looks at those that are suffering more closely, and he sees that they're suffering without any cause, that they're trapped in this cycle of suffering, and they don't know how to get out of this. He looks at the people of earth, and he says to himself, I have to find a way to help them. And so Narad Muni, of course, he runs straight to Narayana, Bhagwan Vishnu. And he asks Bhagwan Vishnu, how is it that the people of earth can rid themselves of this sorrow? How is it that they can rid themselves of the trap that they are in, this poverty, this poorness? And Bhagwan Vishnu, of course, provides Narad Muni with the Satyanarayana Katha, Vrat. And he says, Narad Muni, take this. This is a puja offered to Swami Satyanarayana. take this to those that are in need. And this is how our vrat began. This is how it has been brought into our lives through the great sage Narad Muni. And so, Suchi and the other rishis and munis that are gathered there, the rishis asked Suchi Maharaj the same question. How is it that the people of the world can be elevated? How is it that they can be taken out of their miseries? And Suchi Maharaj responds and says that Narad Muni has already solved this problem. That he has already given us this tool to use called Satya Narayana Puja. Satya Narayana Puja, as you know, is given to us this auspicious time every full moon. And there's a lot that we can learn about this moon that we have here. The moon, when we look at it, what is the first thing that we see? We can see that it is bright. We are very, very lucky to have lights in the night, to have electricity to light up our world. But without the electricity, the only thing keeping us out of complete darkness is Chandrama, is the moon. And when we look at this particular moon and the light it is giving off, it tells us something very important. Where does the moon get this light from? Does anyone know? Where does the moon get its light from? Say it louder, I can't hear you. The sun. The moon gets its light from Bhagwan Surya. This is something we learn in, grade 4? Grade 5? They don't say Bhagwan Surya and all, but they teach us. The moon, that it gets its light from the sun. Chandrama gets its light from Bhagwan Surya. And that light is reflected off of the moon and allows that light to shine back towards the earth as we're seeing it. It tells us something very important. Bhagwan Surya, he is known as Adideva Namastubhyam Prasiddha Mama Bhaskara Divakara Namastubhyam Prabhakara Namostate. He is known as the one who is all knowledgeable. He is the guru of Hanumanji, who is the god of intellect. Bhagwan Surya, he is the primordial being. He is the one who Bhagwan Shri Krishna, in the form of Vishnu, had passed this information on to at the beginning of time. He is the one who knows it all. So Bhagwan Surya, who is the most knowledgeable, he passes this light onto the moon, Chandrama. And the moon reflects that light to the earth. When we think about what this means to us, we can see that the moon takes the light, but it does not shine as bright as the sun. When we can look at the moon, we can look at the full moon, we can gaze at it for lengthy times, but we cannot do that to the sun, or rather I would advise against it. If we were to do that to the sun, it is harmful to our eyes. It is too much brilliance for us to look at. But the moon, we can stare at it for a long time. Is that to say that the moon is less brilliant? That the moon is not as bright? Well, physically speaking, it is not as bright. But the moon teaches us about discrimination, the ability to use our intellect and to pick out the good things in our life. Chandrama tells us that we should reflect all that we have learned, or rather we should reflect what we have learned, but not all that we have learned. We must take this knowledge, we must take this brilliance, but reflect the good qualities. You know, when we look at the
the good people in the world, our culture right now, I think, has a little bit of a bad tendency. We look at all these people who are doing good things, and some people, they'll go and dig into this person's history. They'll find the bad stuff that they've done before. They try to find the one tweet that they made bad, the one time that they said on video something bad. They try to take all of these little negative things and bring it back up to the light. They try to take these negative things to discredit the good person that that person is today. And of course, that is wrong. That is the wrong teaching. We were never taught that. What we were taught is to take a look at someone and pick out the good qualities and the good qualities only. Try your best to ignore the negative qualities and learn from the good qualities that they possess. What is the use of bringing out the negative qualities of someone and promoting that and sharing that? That does not help anyone. And so from a young age, we were taught to only pick out and express this good quality, which is why we should never speak ill of others. If you want to gossip, gossiping is talking about negative things. You'll never hear someone describe something as good but call it gossip. You'll never hear someone say something good about others and say, oh, that person was gossiping. No, gossiping is only when you speak about something bad. So what does Bhagwan Chandrama tell us? He picks out of all of the knowledge that Bhagwan Surya has, the good qualities. He tells us, pick out all of these good qualities, the good brilliance, and shine forth. And that which we can use to shine forth, that amount that we can show to others, that is our truth. That becomes our Satya. That becomes who we truly are. Omitting all the negative qualities, omitting all the negative things we may have picked up along the way. When we take those good qualities, that good energy from Bhagwan Surya, when we take everything good that we have learned in the world and then begin to express that now to others, to reflect that to others, that is Satya. That is truthfulness. We hear this Katha so many times of Satya Narayan Swami. So I'd like to leave you with these few words today. Always keep in mind that you must have this reflection of good qualities within you. That if you're going to express anything, no matter what you've learned along the way, express the good within you. And when you do so, wholeheartedly, you will become Purna. That will be your full self, your truthful self, your Satya, your true self, showing that to others. Bolo Shri Satya Narayana Swami ki Jai. Thank you very much, everyone. Thank you for joining with us, those online. On Friday, we have our Ma Durga service as usual. Sunday, please join with us on our weekly services. And of course, our Monday and Tuesday dedicated to Bhagwan Shivji and Hanumanji Swami respectively. Also, this Sunday is our Shiva Sahasranam and Bhavani Shankar Yantra Puja. So if you have not already, make sure that you have gotten all your ingredients together, your puja ingredients. Make sure that you have gotten everything you need to perform that puja, your flowers, your puja sarjam. And the puja will run for about 3 hours. It's an extensive puja to energize your home. I'm hoping that you can all join with us. That's on Sunday, correct? Sunday? Sunday, 10 a.m. Thank you, everyone. Let us now please all stand for Aarti. Om Yani Kani Cha Papani Janmantare Kritani Cha Tani Sarvani Nashyantu Pradakshina Pare
शान्ताकारं भुजगशयनं पद्मनाभं सुरेशं विश्वाधारं गगनसदृशं मेघवर्णं शुभाङ्गं लक्ष्मीकान्तं कमलनयनं योगिभिर्ध्यानगम्यं वन्दे विष्णु भवभयहरं सर्वलोकैकनाथं सहना भवतु सहनौ भुनक्तु सह वीर्यं करवावहै तेजस्विनावधीतमस्तु मा विद्विषावहै सर्वमङ्गलमाङ्गल्ये शिवे सर्वार्थसाधिके शरण्ये त्र्यम्बके गौरी नारायणी नमोऽस्तु ते त्वमेव माता च पिता त्वमेव बन्धुश्च सखा त्वमेव विद्या द्रविणं त्वमेव सर्वं मम देव। ॐ गुरु ब्रह्मा गुरु विष्णु गुरुदेवो महेश्वर गुरु साक्षात् परब्रह्म तस्मै श्री गुरुवे नमः। असतो मा सद्गमय तमसो मा ज्योतिर्गमय मृत्योर्मा अमृतं गमय। ॐ शान्तिः 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 हरिः ॐ। बोले मापति महादेव की, पवन सुत हनुमान की, सिया भज रामचंद्र की, श्री सत्य सनातन धर्म की, श्री सत्यनारायण स्वामी की। सब कोई जय जय सीताराम। Jai Sitaram everyone. Thank you again for joining with us. Have a great night.